Taurus, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you, Taurus? Thank you so much for hanging out here, my bull gang. Thanks so much for clicking here. Look, we're in the flannels. Here in Canada, in the central Canada, we are here in the flannels. It is finally cool enough that I can bear it. So it is, I think it's around 60 this evening, which is just perfect for me. I am a northern body after all. But Taurus, we are here to do a reading for the week ahead. What we're doing this week is, since we had the eclipse today, happy eclipse, tell me how you're faring through these energies in the comments. And we are looking at what is the next big change that's coming up for you, Taurus? Because that's what eclipses are about. They're about change, about things that are changing without notice, right? So we're going to talk about this week, what is the next big change that's coming up for you, Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is the next big change coming up for Taurus, please? We have embracing enthusiasm. It says, shout to the heavens with happiness. Look, I feel like you're entering some sort of really happy, abundant stage. Look at all these beautiful butterflies. It looks like there is a lot of change here. So I feel like we're right on track, right? It says, what is the next big change? I think your next big change is big. It feels like you're going to be shouting to the heavens with happiness about the changes that are coming for you. It says, unknown territory, you're exactly where you need to be. So even if you're feeling lost, Taurus, even if you're feeling like you're in a place where you feel like you don't really know where you're going, you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. I'm just going to say, tell me more about Taurus, please. It's the next big change that's coming for Taurus. The next big change for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus. Taurus, don't forget that the membership area is open. If you want to come join us, we have started a tarot course, and love to see you there. All right. We have patience, Taurus. So I think that you are going to be rewarded for your patience. You've been in solitude for a really long time. It feels like you've been in the quiet by yourself, doing things with you, maybe healing, repairing things. But we do have, I feel, change that is coming because of your patience, Taurus. That's what it feels like here. The next big change for Taurus. We have working through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Bottom of the deck, we have you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Virgo sometimes can struggle with that, right? Being good enough. It's they're very hard on themselves. And so I want to say that maybe you're coming to a place where I feel like you're coming out of an energy here, or going into an energy in the future here, where you are realizing that you are good enough. I feel that sometimes you're really hard on yourself, Taurus. It says here, work through your fears. So whatever those fears are, maybe they'll come up in this read. We'll find out what's going on here. Tell me about Taurus. Tell me about Taurus, please. Taurus private readings are open. The sale is over. Thank you so much for all of your support and your bookings. I appreciate you. Tell me about Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus, please. Good thing we noticed we're upside down. Okay, Five of Swords. Oh, Five of Swords is on top. The Lovers is underneath. I like it. Okay, so we have embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. You know what I think is transforming? Is your love life. I feel like the next big change for you is that you will be meeting someone that is someone who will be very deeply connected to you. We have patience. We have the Five of Swords with patience. So I want to say that you've been probably in and out of maybe dating, not so much as, in a hardcore relationship, but I feel like you've been meeting people that just aren't for you. I want to say that you've been having patience. If you are dating at all, I feel like you are having patience with meeting people that I feel don't really have the same idea about life as you. The Five of Swords is about fundamental differences. We're kind of in a gridlock or a deadlock. We realized really early on that, yeah, the Five of Swords is looking over to the Lovers. We realized really early on that we're kind of not compatible. Just because they're good looking and you're good looking, it doesn't mean that you're compatible, right? There's a compatibility issue. So I feel like you meet people that you know that it's not the long haul for, right? Work through your fears says, I feel like you're afraid to fall in love, Taurus. For some of you, you are. And if you are unable to change your mind, I feel like it blocks you from falling in love. But I feel like you need to work through that fear, is what I'm saying. So somebody needs to work through the fear of being in some sort of relationship. This is a new moon in Scorpio, so Scorpio energy is here. I want to say that I feel that you are emotionally available, you're emotionally aware, you're emotionally grown, I want to say, but I want to say that you're being very picky, and I think that that's a good thing. You're being very picky with who you decide to settle with, and you are making those decisions really slowly and strategically, like Scorpio. What else do we have for Taurus? We've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Fool. So I feel like in order for you to be able to step forward to your next big change, I feel like you need to let go of the Six of Cups in the reverse, which is being stuck in nostalgia, looking into the past and wondering, should I carry on? Should I take a leap of faith? It almost feels like maybe the people that you meet are people, some of them might have fundamental differences with you, or maybe they're not for you, but maybe you're worried that if you get into another relationship that somebody from the past could come back, and it feels like somebody here is stuck in memories, nostalgic memories. So maybe the nostalgic memory is that you're used to getting hurt and you don't want to get hurt again, but you've got to work through those fears if you want to get the thing that is brand new here with the Fool. The Fool is you and I, right? It's like ready to take some sort of a leap of faith. It is an educated leap of faith, although this person has their eyes closed, right? They do have it's interesting. Sometimes the picture will show them holding an amethyst, right, for healing purposes. And this one shows a beautiful purple rose, which is very cool. All right. Tell me what else we need to know about Taurus. You are embracing enthusiasm. I feel like you have enthusiasm for change. I feel like you're really ready for change. And it says, shout out to the heavens with happiness. I feel like the next one that you meet is a soulmate, and I feel like you are happy with this person. We do have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Seven of Swords. So it's undercover here. I feel like the Seven of Swords is telling me there is something that is that you don't know that is arriving, and it is the Knight of Cups. So there is romance, and it's reciprocal energy. I love that the Six of Pentacles has shown up here, because it tells me here that you are somebody who is interested only in people who don't choose you as an option, right? That you just want someone to be focused on you, that you're a person who's an overgiver. You love to give, right? That's kind of the problem, is that you go all in all at once, and then you end up getting hurt because it isn't until later when you realize that you really aren't compatible with this person. So the Seven of Swords to me is something that is being hidden from you. It feels like it's something that you don't know, that hasn't yet come to the surface. And I feel like what is coming up, your next big change, is that romance is going to be showing up for you. And I don't think it's just any romance. I feel like it's somebody who will choose you. You will choose them. It does feel like it is somebody who you will feel very deeply connected to here, Taurus. We've got the Five of Swords with patience. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's been like meeting people and, no, you're not for me. No, you're not for me. Or maybe you get into it, you get into a few dates and you're like, oh, well, we don't have the same political views, or we don't have the same religion, or maybe you don't want kids and I want kids. Like, it feels like fundamental differences. And I feel like you've been really patient here, but it's time to take off, I feel. It's time for love to take off for you here. We do have the Five of Cups, yeah. The Three of Wands, yeah, waiting. And then Strength card. It's like, I feel like, Taurus, instead of thinking, oh, maybe we can deal with those things later, our fundamental mental differences. If we decide that we're going to get married, we'll deal with those later. That's not how it goes, right? You got to deal with those things up front so you don't get attached to each other first. We got two fives. We got Five of Swords and Five of Cups. And for me as a reader, more than one five in a reading is in fact a quick change. So I feel like This is probably closer than you think it is. The Five of Cups tells me that you do have regrets, that you're only meeting people who I feel are maybe argumentative or disagreeable, people who you have personal differences with that are glaring. And so I feel like you just haven't found your person. The Three of Wands tells me it's like this you're watching like the ships come in for everybody else. It feels like you're waiting for your ship to come in. When I pick up this particular deck and see the Three of Wands, it reminds me of when I was pregnant and I was overdue and everybody was going into the birthing room, coming out with their babies, into the birthing room, coming out with their babies. And there I was like, where's mine? So we have the strength card here. So I think that you're sort of in this place of holding back and being patient. I don't feel you're even frustrated by it. I feel like you're just like, you know what, the universe is going to send me what they're going to send me. And I'm going to deal with it at that time. So it does feel like there's the people that you have been dating or meeting are just not for you for whatever reason, but it feels like it's regretful because I feel like you're ready to have a relationship, fall in love. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who's ready for all of that, but it feels like you are being patient and you are holding back here. And but you're just waiting for the ships to come in. You're waiting for something to arrive. Now we can't just sit in front of the window and hope that love shows up, right? So make sure that you're out there being social, going out with friends, doing things, going places where you might meet people. We have worked through your fears. I feel like if you are a person who's staying home and complaining that you don't have anybody in love, that you either are stuck to the past or you are somebody who is not getting out there, not being social, not going out. So it really is, you have to work through your fears. And I think that you do have a fear of falling really deeply in love here, because I feel like your history is that you usually end up getting hurt or feeling regret. And that's what's sort of making you in this energy of holding back, Taurus. We do have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like that's all you're meeting is the Knight of Wands. We have the King of Swords. And we do have the Knight of Swords. So you know what I think you're doing? I feel like when you realize, when you meet a person that you know that you're not going to be interested in dating, or you can feel already that this person is not a long-term person, I feel like you're not waiting. You're just kind of telling this person and being honest and factual, very truthful, I think. I think that you know pretty quickly. I think I'm speaking to someone who is very intuitive, that feels energy. I know when it's off. I know when it's not off, Elsie. And, you know, there's people, it's not like I don't have options. I feel like you have a lot of options, Taurus. I feel like you're telling me it's not like I don't have options, and I feel like you do have a lot of options, but I don't think you're happy with any of the options that are showing up. So I feel like the options that are showing up here is like the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. It's people who want to move really quickly. They want to move quickly into fire, or they want to move quickly into a verbal agreement. Okay, you can't be with anybody else. You got to be with me. Like, I feel like it's you're being very honest with the King of Swords energy. You're being very honest with people who want to move too quickly, want to move too fast, people who are trying to talk you into things. The Knight of Wands is only interested in fire. They don't give any stability. The Knight of Swords moves way too quickly, has a lot of words, highly intelligent, but this is somebody who's aggressive, and I feel like you're not into that. So I feel like these are some of your fears that you have to face, and that what you really want is the Ace of Cups, but it feels like that you're not meeting people who are very compatible with you. So in order for you to be able to take a leap of faith, you need to be comfortable. But I think that it's not only that you're meeting people who you're not compatible with. I think for some of you, and not all of you, and if it's not for you, leave it here for somebody who it does resonate with. But there is somebody here who I feel is stuck in nostalgia from the past. And I feel like you want to take a leap of faith into love, but I feel like you're stuck in these thoughts, these memories of someone else. And when you're pointed into the past, there's no way that you can move into the future, right? So when you're tied to the past, the universe knows that you're not ready to move into the future. Tell me about the Six of Cups in the reverse, please. Tell me about the Six of Cups in the reverse for Taurus. We have the Four of Swords. This is something that needs to be healed, Taurus. And if you need to enlist someone to help you with that, because look, we're in heavy swords energy here. You cannot get out of your head. We've got the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, of course, is the one who is, ready to face a challenge. This is somebody who is very curious, right? And I feel like the curiosity should not be in relationships for you. The curiosity should be into, why can I not let go of whatever's in the past? And, let go of the ex, or let go of whatever happened in the past. It doesn't even have to be an ex. It could be that I don't want to, I'm scared or worried about getting into a relationship. I have a fear of it because I only get hurt. It just ends up in swords for me. I end up fighting myself in the mind. Look, I feel like somebody here is ready to let go. And I feel like it is the next big change for you if you're the one that is stuck to the past. I feel like this eclipse, give it some time to ruminate, resonate, right? Give it some time. And I feel like you are going to let go, because we do have 10 swords here. And it feels like there is going to be some healing. So it's not all lost for you. I know that sometimes it can be quite tough to get rid of the memories of someone. And I feel like there is someone here struggling to let go of the memories of someone. So tell me what's coming with the Fool. Tell me what the new path is about for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Look at this, Taurus. This is beautiful. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, we have the Tower and the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody is going to be showing up who's ready to work, ready to get down to work. And I think it shows up as a tower. I feel like the Tower is here, Taurus, to get you out of the Nine of Wands, in this place where you have fears about love, in the place where you're worried about it, or maybe just exhausted. Maybe you're just thinking about, like, maybe you're that close to just giving up on the whole thing. But look, the Wheel of Fortune's not going to give up on you. The Wheel of Fortune is also not going to let you give up on yourself. The Wheel of Fortune, you don't have control over. It is major arcana. It's coming at you 100, so all you can do is respond or react. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is turning forward for expansion, and the Tower is showing up here to get you out of the Nine of Wands. I feel like the illusion is you feel like you're never going to find anyone, kind of exhausted, I'm tired of trying. Like, it feels like that sort of energy. And I feel like after the Tower, after the rubble has cleared here, I feel like you're ready to get down to work. I also feel like you're a person who's really worked hard on yourself. So you're not ready to just give yourself over to just anyone, right? You've worked really hard on yourself, and you deserve someone who's also working hard on themselves. The Knight of Wands is just getting what they can get. It's very quick. It's very fast. I'm not coming back. It's very passionate and desirous, and all of that makes you feel desirable for a moment, and then that's it. And so I think that you're being really honest with people that show up that you have fundamental differences with, and you're like, no, thank you. But nonetheless, the result is you end up being alone. I'm going to say, don't worry about it, because the universe has got your back here with the Wheel of Fortune. That is divine timing, and it is change. Something is ready to change, and the only way that we can usher in change is with the Tower, right? We have to first get rid of what we thought we were doing, all of the illusions that we had built up in the Tower fall to the ground. And I feel like I feel like you've done so much work on yourself that's why the Tower shows up. It's time to get rid of all of the other things that you've outgrown. But I feel like it's also showing up to get you out of the Nine of Wands here. So your next big change, I feel, is you are going to get some stability, meet somebody, a loving, kind, compassionate, beautiful, feminine or masculine, somebody who will pursue you, somebody who is the King of Wands, somebody who can't keep their hands off of you, somebody who's very attracted to you. They could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, possibly. We do have Leo energy here. A lot of attention is what you're going to be getting. But first, you must depart from the things that you no longer need. And part of that is heartbreak. You must end it before anything else can move forward here. So I'm just going to leave that here for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. And looking forward to hearing about all of your changes. I'm going to go for now. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye.